Hi, kindergartners. Our focus question today is, what can we find out about our adopted tree? And remember, I chose the tree in my yard that has the swing on it. Let's move a little closer and find out about this tree. We already found out some things about the tree, like it had moss growing on it, and it had lots of different parts, the trunk, the roots down below, the branches, the leaves. We saw that the leaves were starting to change to different colors, and this is actually happening more. There are more leaves that are different colors than there were last week. Do you think the leaves will fall off this tree in the winter? Some trees keep their leaves, and some trees lose their leaves in the winter. What do you think will happen to this tree? Will it keep its leaves, or will it lose its leaves? We'll find out if this tree will lose its leaves, because we will keep checking in with it, our adopted tree in my backyard. We're going to do something called a rubbing. That's when you take a piece of paper and you put it up against the bark, and you use a crayon or a pencil to sort of shade in the different parts of the tree. Take a look. I'm going to put a piece of paper up and a pencil, and we're going to rub like this. I took my crayon and I rubbed it against the bark. Did it look smooth, or does it look like that tree is rough from what I rubbed? You can kind of see that the tree is rough. Let me do a rubbing against something smooth so you see the difference. Let me do a rubbing up against the railing to show you the difference. Do you see the rubbing I did up against this railing? You can see it's sort of got a smooth pattern, but the rubbing I did up against the tree bark has a much rougher pattern. You can do this at home. Take a piece of white paper and a crayon and just rub up against something, a table or something, and you can see the pattern comes up on the paper. Then go out by a tree and do the same thing and see if you don't get the rough bark texture on your rubbing. We found out that the bark of our tree is rough. We found out that the leaves on the tree are more colorful than they were even a few days ago. What do you think will happen to this tree in a storm? What will happen? Will the branches fall down or shake? Will the leaves shake or fall down? We had a small storm last night before I filmed, and you can see, if you look at the ground, all sorts of leaves all over the ground. And it was just a small storm. What do you think would happen in a big storm? We could have a lot more leaves falling down, or even some big branches. Hopefully that won't happen to our tree or any of the trees near you. Spend some time, if the weather is nice, spend some time looking at your tree in your yard and see if there are things you can find out about your tree. If you do, maybe write those things in your science notebook, what you found out about your tree. Happy tree gazing. Have fun, kindergartners. Bye-bye.